ChatGPT might help you score a better grade on your assignment or come up with a sick leave application in minutes. But do you know that GPT-4 can create a complete website by looking at a picture?
A new artificial intelligence tool known as ChatGPT is gaining popularity for its ability to craft emails and answer almost any question in a matter of seconds.
ChatGPT. It's a popular online chatbot which is powered by artificial intelligence.
It took Netflix more than 3 years to reach 1 million users, but it took ChatGPT just 5 days.
Well, the future might be nearer than ever. Today, we will explore the fascinating world of AI and its breakthroughs, including the all-famous GPT-4, which has even shown traces of AGI, artificial general intelligence. As comforting as this may sound or seem, this can turn out as a monster in the closet. And we will also discuss that further in the video. So in today's video, we will discuss GPT-4 and how artificial intelligence is evolving fast. Deep learning algorithms and neural networks have enabled robots to learn and improve over time. These programs are made to work like the human brain. This lets computers find patterns, make predictions, and learn from their mistakes. As these programs get smarter, they can handle more complicated jobs like understanding normal language, seeing what is in front of the computer, and making decisions independently. OpenAI may seem the clear winner in this field, but other tech giants like Microsoft and Google are not far behind. Each company seems to invest heavily in AI, believing AI will decide who sits at the top of the throne for the next few years. After ChatGPT gained popularity, both Google and Microsoft launched their AI chatbots. Microsoft was the first to launch an AI chatbot in Bing's search engine, whereas Google followed with its own chatbot, Bard. There was some controversy right after Bard's launch, which will be discussed later in the video, so keep watching. We all have used or at least heard of ChatGPT. The text-based AI network can do many tasks for you, from writing a simple application to completing programming codes in any language. However, if you thought ChatGPT was powerful enough, you have no idea how strong GPT-4 is. Before we get into the fundamentals, let's understand how GPT-4 differs from ChatGPT. First, the latter was restricted to 3,000 words of input and output data, whereas GPT-4 can produce 25,000 words. While ChatGPT was a text-based AI platform, GPT-4 can even understand images, audio, and videos along with text, which makes it highly useful. You can simply upload a photo of your fridge, and it will give you detailed recipes of what you can make with them. GPT 3.5 can develop creative material, but GPT-4 goes one step further by creating stories, songs, or articles that are more creative and make more sense. For example, a GPT-4 student can write a short story with a well-developed plot and characters, while a GPT 3.5 student might find it hard to keep the story consistent and logical. The capacity of GPT-4 to produce code samples or debug existing code more effectively than GPT 3.5 has taken social media by storm, making it a vital resource for software engineers. Weeks of effort may be reduced into a few short hours with GPT-4, allowing for amazing outcomes at record speed. GPT-4's capacity to code whole games without human assistance is another astounding achievement. In one case, an enthusiast used GPT-4 and Replit to reproduce the famous game Snake in less than 20 minutes. GPT-4 offered all of the necessary HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to make a Snake game run by just requesting the code. The game was up and running well after a few small modifications. This highlights GPT-4's ability to make game production accessible to everybody, regardless of technical expertise or experience. However, before we go on and on about the never-ending wonders of GPT-4, there seems to be a glitch in the matrix, as just when everything was going right, a few researchers at Microsoft have come up with a paper that talks about GPT-4 showing sparks of artificial general intelligence. Now, if you don't know what AGI is, let me tell you, it is a hypothetical form of AI that would be able to learn and understand any intellectual task that a human can do. Currently, it doesn't exist, and scientists are sure that it can't exist before the next 20 years. However, with this paper coming out and the research these people have done on the topic, it seems that AI is evolving faster than we ever imagined. The team of researchers concluded that apart from complex mathematical and programming questions or writing detailed poems and books, GPT-4 has also been demonstrated to be capable of tasks that involve knowledge of both the environment and people, such as distinguishing between various inputs, ideas, and circumstances, and detecting the similarity of utterances, all of which are significant steps towards AGI. If AGI systems are not developed with ethical limitations, they may have unforeseen outcomes that cause damage to people. If AGI systems are trained on biased data, they may be subject to biases and prejudice. Some researchers believe that if AGI becomes superintelligent and chooses to pursue its own interests at the cost of humans, it might endanger mankind. Others think that this situation is improbable since a superintelligent AGI would be able to comprehend and strive to maintain human values and aims. So, what's really gonna happen? Is GPT-4 really such a groundbreaker? All of the tension surrounding it is also because OpenAI has become less transparent with time, and no one really knows how GPT-4 can perform all this stuff. They say they must keep the code private to avoid plagiarism and copying, which makes sense considering how other tech giants are after AI. With OpenAI and other companies' quest for AI, it has become apparent that AI will be the future, and as convenient and harmless as it may sound, it does have its risks and effects, which we are about to discuss. It's a no-brainer that it will affect the workforce, and it has already started to do so. With time, there will be more and more jobs cut out, and nearly every industry will be damaged. According to a survey, 90% of the industries will see a 10% loss in employment due to AI. GPT-4 is all set to take the jobs away from coders, marketers, writers, and designers. Startups looking to minimize expenses may utilize GPT-4 to build and execute commercial strategy directly via the bot. Repetitive and routine jobs are also more likely to be automated first, which include data entry and customer support. However, if you think only the fresh employees are at threat, then check out this Chinese gaming company, NetDragon Websoft, which appointed an AI-powered robot as their CEO last August. Since then, the company's share price has seen a 10% growth. The bot has been noted to improve decision-making and risk management and promote a fair and efficient workplace for all employees. Well, they said the same about the loss of jobs when the computer was being introduced, so maybe this is not as much of a threat, but there's something more troubling than this, and that might prove quite dangerous after all. Yes, it's AGI. Many reports have surfaced claiming that AI software can be dangerous. And as we can't forget the Microsoft research paper, there is more. In March, 2 Google workers tasked with reviewing the company's artificial intelligence projects attempted to prevent Google from deploying an AI chatbot. They thought it produced false and hazardous comments. Similar issues were expressed at Microsoft 10 months earlier by ethicists and other workers. They claimed in many papers that the artificial intelligence technology underlying a proposed chatbot might flood Facebook groups with misinformation, weaken critical thinking, and destroy contemporary society's factual base. Moreover, we had shocking news recently that Microsoft has fired their entire AI ethics team. Anything fishy? We never know what goes on in these big companies, do we? Well, GPT-4 is not the only AI tool in the market. Several AI software can do nearly everything for you, and it's nearly impossible to differentiate between reality. Midjourney is an image generator and can produce lifelike images which seem quite real. Synthesis is a powerful AI voice generator that can help you generate a professional voiceover. Jasper AI can write heaps of content for a business, from copywriting to website SEO content. It seems like there's nothing that AI can't do, and though humans may need to perfect the outcome, AI can solve 90% of your problems without hiring and paying people. The world is in an AI war right now, with Microsoft trying to pull one over Google, and the latter wishing the same. In their tussle, no one talks about the adverse impacts AI can have and how quickly we are actually moving in this field. We can just hope that the experts have it sorted and planned out, and there is no chance of us being in a matrix. Ever. Well, that's all from us today. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe, as we'll be posting more stuff about AI and other future technologies. Till then, have a good day.